Hello, welcome to another edition of Autistic on Tour. I am in Deal today. The train station pretty much opens up into a Sainsbury's car park, so that's something to note. There we have some seafront. Okay, at the moment we're going towards the pier, which I believe is that thing right there. Interesting statue. There is a restaurant at the end of the pier. There isn't anything else apart from that. You can fish on the pier, but I think you need to, I can't remember if you need to pay in advance or not, and I think there's particular hours and things you can do it at. But yeah, at the moment I'm going to go down and see if the restaurant's open so I can get something to breakfast and see what's there. You can tell it's about fishing because you've got the legal landing sizes of all the different fish that you can get, so you're clear what you're doing. I'm visiting Deal on a Friday, so coming into the bank holiday weekend, so how busy it usually is compared to now. It's also quite a nice day, so people are out. So I'm just going towards the castle at the moment. That's the place I'm eating lunch/dinner later. Something we're not going to see today, but it is not that far away. Now I just need to work out how to get into it, which is going to be a task, I think. There's no actual path around that way, so... And this is just kind of a walk thing, this doesn't actually go anywhere, so... You need to walk around, because that's the castle car park, so... This is part of English Heritage, so if you've got a ticket for that, or a membership of that, or you've got what I've got, which is a CSSC card, you get in free. That's it. That's all. There's an area to sit, and of course the view if you're tall enough to look over it. So that's... It's a bit uneven, but it's alright. It's actually quite low compared to some castles. Castle in the Downs. It was one of 7 forts to defend the ships anchored at the Downs, prevent enemy troops from landing on local beaches. Drew a permanent deal, warmer Sandown Castle. 4 earth and timber forts were built, creating a defence between 2.7 miles. Okay, so that's what it kind of looked like, and this is the defences. So there are ways of getting down, but they're a little bit steep, so let's work this out safely. yeah, let's get downstairs. Okay, the rounds were all passages around the castle, inside the walls and the at moat level. Windows like opening. Okay, so that's done. You can take a musket with you. I'm not sure if that's just for children or for but you can take one. Not sure if there's anything down here. It's just right. This is nothing. Really, brilliant. Okay, go back to some form of light. Okay. muskets firing, stuff like that. The problem with going round and round in a circle is actually remembering where you actually get out of the circle. And there it is.
Please turn me till the message plays.
Back here again then, Thomas. But what a fight! I took a couple down. I thought we had them there. How far it would have gone next then, mate?
You're up for a fight now, I'd say.
Aye. We better keep an eye on that moat, in case they fancy another go.
Okay, back in where I was. Cool. That's a decent way down. I'm not sure if I've ever been into kind of something like that, which, you know, is dark and pits of a castle like that. Or at least not anywhere that dark. But of course quite a lot of it actually is quite level. It's just of course your own eyes can't really work out where you're standing. So that's a big circle, so I might just keep going around. Like that was the toilets there. And let's see if we could walk around to the Henry Gate Castle of War. See if that's the thing. So we've done the bit at the bottom, so I think. Okay, so defend of the rounds and then upstairs. Okay, so
I am weary of this journey, having been many weeks on the road from Cleves. And now we are aboard ship and on our way to England. The storms which swept the channel this past 2 weeks have at last subsided. In truth, I miss my homeland.
this isn't the largest castle to look around, but there's some really interesting history in it, and telling you, and that everything, the things that have audio guides will have a written guide as well. So you can, if you can either choose to listen to the thing that of whoever is speaking, or you can read the audio description. And who's that, which I think is quite nice of a touch, really, because you don't always get both at certain attractions, or at least not in the past. So it's not too busy at the moment. I think it's just me and older couple at the moment, but that might level up a lot, or depending on, because this has only just opened, or last 20 minutes, so I'm sorry to get that light behind me. You don't want to go into the castle, you get all the info of the castle. As I have a bit of time before the next thing I was going to do, I think I'm going to walk up to Walmer Castle and Gardens and have a look at that, and then come back down here and look at the Deal Museum, which I've been allowed to film that, so I'm going to go and do that. But that's not until 12, and I've about 10:30 in the morning at the moment, so I've got ages to go. So let's check out another castle and have some fun. Well, I'm walking back up again, back towards Deal City Centre. I realised that it was over 20 minutes to get to the other castle, and I don't have quite enough time, I think, to go around it and then come back to where I need to. So got some adventure golf if you wish to do. This is connected to the military that was here, and the Royal Marines that was here in Deal for a time period. So got some of the uniforms, got the memories and the information, got items for the things. You've got about the commandos, the physical training, barrack layout, and of course what happened with the IRA. Back in the... This is also kind of interesting of a guy that he has found all of these kind of things of, you know, and then there's information about how you can, you know, get things out of racks and not break the law. But there's some really cool items in here. From, you know, and it says where will they come from and all the little bits and pieces. So, and mink whale even, jawbone. Oh. So, that's kind of cool. Thank you for watching the video. I hope that gives you a flavour of what Deal is like. I've enjoyed my time with what I've seen. I'm not necessarily one for sitting around on the beach all the time, but that's what lots of people are doing today. I'll put anything sensory and all the other information about all the places I've been, and hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now. Also, remember to like, subscribe and comment. It's all good stuff.